Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for hole number 7, 8 and 9 of the TPC Sawgrass in the Spooky Showdown 18-hole cup. These are playthroughs with general wins, so this is not the win that you have in the tournament. But if you do want to have guides for the wins in the tournament, make sure to sign up for our Ultimate Tournament Text Guides for Master Division at patreon.com/golfclashtom. You can do that by using the link in the description down below, or you scan the QR code. So I hope I will see you there. Now let's go to hole number 7, 8 and 9. On hole number 7, this is an interesting par 4. Once again, a lot of water, but we are most definitely not gonna go into the water here. If we do that, I will be very disappointed. Now, I'm fiddling around with my target here, trying to grab some screenshots and stuff like that, so I apologize for that. But we're starting at P6 max rest, so I'm using my Kingslayer all the way here. Red ring by the rough line, using 7 topspin and 3 left spin. My intention here is to push the ball in a semi-aggressive way. What I mean with that is that I would like the ball to get as far down as possible, but there are some obstacles there and I rather want to be consistent rather than risking hitting grades. Now look at those 2 trees. That's something that I did observe on the first practice I had in this hole, because if you're not careful, and if you have not designed your drive in a way that you will avoid the trees, then you might clip the trees and then you're dead. And it's not going to go out of bounds, but you will be dead in terms of getting the eagle, and the birdie will be very difficult to get from there. So make sure to pay attention to that and design a drive that allows you to either go in between the trees or you go around the tree if you're using curl. And I feel using curl is valuable, because that allows us to go kind of in between the rough on the left and the top rough / bunker. Max and no elevation on the drive. Second shot, we once again have a short iron towards the pin, and once again I will be favoring landing on the fringe or on the green. I do feel once again, and I say this every time when we do have this scenario, that when we do have bumpy areas such as the fairway, or at least let's put it this way, when we have less bumpy area on the green or fringe, then that is definitely the way for you to go, because once again we all play this game to try to be as consistent as possible. And if we find inconsistent spots, then you can think for yourself that it will most definitely be inconsistent in the end as well. 10% elevation on this shot here. As always, when it comes to approach shots, you most definitely are not going to be working with the same elevation all the time, but it's something to build on. We are not adjusting the proper amount there, but as you can see, the idea is we come in from the side and attacking the pin. Definitely a nice little eagle chance on hole 7. Hole number 8. This was actually the first hole of the new TPC Sawgrass where I actually felt where a special ball would be very beneficial. Now, what they have done is that they have moved the pin more right and also remade the fairway. You can see me doing this rather quick, and I will take the replay for you again once this is over so you can see it all in its full also. But what I don't show you here is that if we are trying a rough bump or a sand bump by the green, we will be covered by the tree that you will see here very soon. You will see that tree. So if we move too far right and try to aim for that rough bump or sand, which in my opinion would definitely be something to go for, then you don't have a ball guideline. So it's a completely blind setup, and you're dependent on, if so, curling around or having a strong left to right wind. So what I'm trying to do is to use a lot of right spin together with some backspin and kind of get it down there. I do believe for free-to-play ball players that in headwind this is going to be a fairly difficult hole, because what you're going to have to do is that you're going to have to play a driver from min line, and that goes the same for those players that do play with a paid ball as well. But the benefit from playing with a paid ball is that you are able then to kind of mixture a little bit with your min and your max line, playing free to play, you are somewhat regulated to play from the P6 and the P10 line to keep it completely free to play. We are getting close though, but to be completely fair, I had a couple of practice before we went there. I judged elevation to be 5% elevation, so +5 on this particular par 3. Tough one to get the drop. We come to, in my opinion, the by far the most difficult hole of the TPC Sawgrass. That is hole number 9, a par 5. And here you can see all that water. And now you may be, may be thinking, yeah, if we just lay up, right? Excuse me. If we just lay up there at the top, we will be good. But the problematic thing is that you have so many trees that will then cover your adjustment view, that you're dependent on so much side spin on the approach. And if you then have a right to left type of wind, you will also play into headwind, and then you're most likely going to have to play further back and go with a lot of curl to actually even have a chance for the albatross. This is a hole that we have played in similar style the last time we had the TPC Sawgrass, and I remember it being very difficult in some wind angles. However, though, if we do have a tailwind, we have the possibility to blast it, and then we are going to blast it. There is absolutely no doubt about that. You can see me making it over with a luminary, and if we do have a good right to left type of tailwind, we could probably bring out a wind zero ball to get ourselves out on the other fairway and possibly actually drive the ball all the way to green. That's at least something that I do hope will be a possibility if we do get that win, because it would, of course, simplify everything so much. But the drive in itself that you saw there in the video is to use the little tailwind that I had, using all the top spin and some right spin. For those with lower level drivers, strongly advising a top spin boost ball to still make it over the water, because like I said, if you do have to lay up, it will be problematic to have a chance for an albatross, and then you should consider yourself just playing for an eagle. Now the second shot from here, this was just one practice and go for me. So I was looking around a little bit for a spot. Look how it jumps when I'm moving over to the more left side of the fairway, and I hate that. That's not something I want. That's why I'm using the left spin. I'm trying to be consistent with my first bounce and how it attacks the pin. I think that's very important. Now, what do we adjust? A complete guess, but the elevation I judge it to be 15% elevation here with our B52, and as we're playing with wind 6, it's gonna be a lot of rings. You can see there in, maybe you can't see there in the end, but there is obviously a risk that if you are too far left on that fairway, that you will get clipped by the tree. So try to keep yourself on the right side there. Perfect ball it is, and we bounce on the fairway. We come up towards the pin, and we're not really dropping it, but we're close enough and something we can work with. Really difficult par 5 here, but we, with the correct wind, we could not hate this hole so much, and with a layup we should just consider the eagle be a thing. Thank you everybody for watching this part of my hole breakdowns for the TPC Sawgrass in the spooky Showdown 18 hole cups. Make sure to check out the other parts as well. These are general hole guides. These are not the wins that you have in the tournament. If you're looking for guides and information when it comes to the wins that we do have in the tournament, in the qualifying round, and then also in the final round, you sign up on patreon.com/golfclashtommy via the QR code or via the link in the description down below. You can do that via 30-day commitment, which is the cheaper alternative, and then you do have a one-time payment you can do as well. So it doesn't matter how you want to go about it, you can sign up via that. And there we do provide the ultimate tournament text guides, best guides on the market, giving you our best advice with text guides and with videos with voiceover on how to attack the specific holes with the tournament wins in Master Division. Thank you once again for watching, and I wish you the best of luck in the spooky Showdown 18 hole cup.